Oh my word, guys. Quinton Simon.
Not from the heathens, got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go,
Yeah, there's the only way I can see them not doing any more searches is they literally know where he is. Did you hear anything about them doing a search at the landfill?
Schrader post that on her Twitter yesterday. Of let me just pull it up here so we can take another focused look on just what this. And I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it, but what this bitch did. I'm sorry, I've been holding it in. And I mean, look at this. She just runs to the truck. This bitch threw her baby in the dumpster. You know, does it yeah, exactly, Beetle guys. Why the hell did police sleep on it over a 4-day weekend and they won't search until today or tomorrow? Why wait so long? Her cousin even told them from day one. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, I've got to call a spade a spade. I have to. You know, I'm sorry, but any I can't even call her a mother. Any monster that's going to put a baby, this precious, precious baby, in a dumpster because she was high. And I hope to God that she doesn't get into, I hope she gets prison justice, but knowing what the Georgia Women's Correctional Facilities are like, because I've been there myself, she will live a happy life. She will work a normal job, behind the wall. She'll either work with animals, she'll work in the kitchen, she'll work in prison industries and do the uniforms, or she'll work in intake with yeah, with the Whitehead twins. If you have heard the story of Jazz and Taz Whitehead,
Yeah.
Terrell Peterson, those are the types of people that she's gonna. Terrell Peterson's grandmother and mother,
Mm-hmm.
she's in there. Diana Franklin, who caged her daughter in a chicken
Oh.
coop in South Georgia,
Oh.
she's in there. But you know what? She'll live an absolutely happy life. She'll get $60 a week in commissary from her family. She'll probably, I'll try and predict it now, that she will either end up in the faith-based dorm or she will end up in the honor dorm.
Okay.
And she will get treated like a frigging queen.
So is that what happens? Is like there's different dorms for different crimes, I guess, or different. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I guess that makes sense for safety
Well,
purposes.
not necessarily for crimes, for different crimes, but what they will do is, depending on the inmate's behavior and conduct while they're in custody, then that'll depend on what jobs they get. Does she have a high school diploma? If not, she will she can
Okay.
get it through the prison system.
Okay.
And yeah, exactly. Christine B says she will have more rights than Quinton.
Well
Absolutely.
said.
Prison is too good for her. 100%. 100%.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, Miss Inquisitive, I am so sorry. My husband can't have kids. He about cried when he saw Quinton's picture. He would love to have a child, and all these people are out here disposing of the precious little ones.
Exactly.
You know, so I'm actually going to end this on that note. We will continue to pray that Quinton is found. We will not stop fighting for him, We will not stop sharing his
No.
face. We will not stop saying his name. He's not just baby Q to me. He's Quinton
Yeah.
Simon.
You betcha.
And we need to say his name, keep his face out there, because his face is what's important, not this bitch.
Exactly.
Not this bitch. And if you have a child that you can't handle, or
for some reason don't
parenting
want,
is just maybe,
for whatever reason.
yeah, or you don't want, there's others
That's right.
that do.
That's right.
There's people out there that will, I mean, I'm telling you, you probably have, I believe we have 54 watching right now. There's probably 54 people, even lurkers included, that will, would take a
You
baby,
bet.
would help rescue a child.
There's millions and millions of people in this world that would do
Yes.
anything for a baby. And to find someone who can get pregnant obviously very easily and figures that they're disposable, I don't understand. Like, I don't understand when we get abusers like this and they're females. Why are they not sterilized? I mean, they can get out, and I've seen it. I mean, they get knocked up when they're in prison. They get, when they start having their trailer visits or whatever they have in the U.S., they get knocked up. They, look at the ones that are loose.
They get knocked up from, they get knocked up from actual guards.
That's right.
They get knocked up from the maintenance
It's
men.
true,
I'm telling you, it's real. It's very, very real.
Oh, congratulations, Molly. Ah, ha, ha, ha. So, someone on my chat just found out she's going to be a grandma. That's exciting.
Oh, congratulations.
Right?
Oh, that's wonderful.
It really is. It really is.
I had to stop it too because of health reasons. My daughter was a very high risk pregnancy, and I ended up having to have a
C-section or
well, yeah, I had C-sections with both my kids, but she was a preemie, and the way that my female parts were going, it wasn't going to be good if they didn't take her when they did. And so I had to stop too, but I wanted more because I'm an only child.
Yeah.
My husband is technically an only child, and he has a stepbrother. And not being able to rescue a baby like this, or yes, look, guys, Quinton will never be forgotten as all the rest of these innocent babies that face the same unfortunate fate. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, we don't go, if we see Kaylee, is it Kaylee Anthony? Is that the little, why is it not sounding right?
Kaylee was, yes, it's,
okay.
Yeah, Kaylee was the little girl.
So we recognize her regardless of where we see her face. We know who she is when we see her. We know Summer when we see her.
Absolutely.
We know Quinton. We know the West babies. They will never be forgotten. And
never.
Sadly, I mean, a lot of these parents, and this is a very, very good example, they're not getting punished. They're not getting the full extent of the law thrown at them. They find all these ideas, and a lot of these people have histories, and they know their way around the law.
Oh, yes. Yes. And, sometimes, especially for criminals, especially when they're dabbling in drugs, very crafty. They are they're very crafty, and they know people that know people that know people and know people. And sometimes even in the police force there's bad eggs, and so justice needs to come for Quinton. Absolutely. I'm Kelly also had 2 C-sections. Oh, Eve, I am so sorry. Oh my goodness. She was hospitalized for 15 days, organs shut down. CY Life, thank you for sharing. I'm also a recovering addict and suffer with a lot of mental health issues myself. There is no reason to have to, there's no excuse for child abuse, ever, ever. Yeah, yeah, right. Mm-hmm. Yes, it is. It is. It's very, very hard to, it's a tough pill to swallow, as a mom. And, I know that generational child abuse is a thing and it is a cycle. Um, and I was part of that cycle for many years. Um, my grandparents, they ruled with an iron fist. My mom, she ruled with an iron fist. And when I was starting out in parenting, I ruled with an iron fist. Um,
Right.
and
You know, society has changed so much when it comes to that sort of thing. I mean, everybody used to
oh yeah, it was
rule with
the
an
it was
iron fist.
yeah, it was the norm, to I mean, when I was in elementary school, I got paddled by the principal. Um,
Oh,
you know, and I'll still remember that paddle, kind of almost a ping pong paddle but with holes in it. And
oh,
oh yeah. Yeah, second
like
grade
a tennis
central,
racket?
kind of, but wood. It
Oh
was
my God.
Yeah, it was wood. We would get two SWATs, Central Elementary School, Banning, California, back in the 80s. And, it wasn't until I went through my legal issues myself and had to go through my own issues with DFACs and really went through parenting classes and educated myself on positive parenting and educated because one of my son is autistic. He's on the spectrum. He also deals with ODD and
Okay.
um, and so it's a constant struggle, but I educate myself and I try to continue to educate myself, and counseling and getting into family therapy. um it's really, really something. Talk to your family, talk to your
Hmm.
kids, talk to your kids about what's happening. um
Yes.
because my daughter, she told me something that was going on in her class, and
Mhm.
she saw something, said something to me, and I made a phone call.
Yeah.
Don't know if anything's going to happen from that phone call, but it could be something or it could be nothing.
Yeah. Well, better safe than
And
sorry.
better safe than sorry. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
and Barb G said it too. The problem is they are not getting help. The only way they should get children is if they are in active monitored counseling and not just a class. I agree,
Well said.
especially with drug babies. They should absolutely be actively monitored, continually monitored. And when people reach out to DFACs for help, they're not given it.
Yeah. Well, it,
You know, people can
yeah.
scream for help and then they're just like, okay, well, here's a resource. And then you call that resource and it's a 2-year waiting list. It's like, okay, how is that resource going to help me now? You know, thank you, Sarah Nelson, for being here. You are amazing. I'm going to go ahead and get off. I've got a few things that I need to do around the house. But I will be. Thank you for coming. I will be live probably later on this afternoon and definitely live this evening. I will bring you all the updates, any future updates on Quinton. As soon as I see them, they will be, I will get them up for you. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And we will
Come
see
join
you
me.
next. Yes, yes, please go subscribe to Frankyrose's Think Tank, and we will see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye. Take that off. Stop my screen. All right. Bye, guys.
So not a lot of information, but we did get some. Looks like they've got the search basically in one section of the dump, or I don't know, what do you call them in the US? The landfills. So hopefully they can come up with something. I am gonna see. I'm just gonna take a quick peek here for you guys and see if there's anything I want to show you. Do you know what? Let's do this real quick. I am going to put this up. I was having some problems, of course, this morning. Okay. Let's take a look at this.
Good morning. I'm Chatham County Police Chief Jeff Hadley, and I'm joined today by FBI Senior Supervisory Resident Agent Will Clark from the Savannah office. Chatham County Police Department and FBI entered a new phase in the search for Quinton Simon. A short time ago, we began what will be an extensive search of the waste management landfill located here in Chatham County. As with every step we have taken in this case, the need for this search was based on where the evidence led us. We have spent the last several days preparing and deploying extensive resources to support the search team and the investigators. And I would like to thank, for a moment, Chatham County Sheriff's Office, Sheriff John Wilcher, Chatham County Emergency Management Agency, Savannah Police Department, Savannah Fire Department, Chatham Emergency Services, and many other agencies that have assisted in getting us prepared to begin our search of the landfill. We know that this is going to be a physically, mentally, and emotionally grueling task for our investigators and team. Yesterday, our team posted this picture of Quinton here on the wall of this operations center as a reminder of who we are searching for and why we continue to work so terribly hard. We want justice for Quinton just like everybody else, and we want to find his remains so we can give him a proper resting place. Once again, we are indebted to the FBI for their unmatched expertise that they have provided to us since they arrived on scene, less than 3 hours after Quinton was reported missing. Now I'll turn it over to Senior Supervisory Resident Agent Mr. Clark, who also has a few remarks.
Thank you, Chief. Good morning, everyone. My name is Will Clark. As the Chief said, I'm the Senior Supervisory Resident Agent of the Savannah and Brunswick offices of the FBI. Throughout our process here, our goal has been to bring Quinton home and to hold anyone responsible for his disappearance accountable. We, along with our law enforcement partners, go into this process with heavy hearts. We did not want to end up at this point, but the evidence has taken us here. We are not just randomly searching this landfill. We have evidence, specific evidence, that leads us to this large property. To help in this search, the FBI has brought in specialists from Quantico, Atlanta, as well as all of our personnel here in the greater Savannah area. The FBI's evidence response team, which has experience in landfill searches like this, is heading up part of this operation. At this moment, we have dozens of FBI personnel on scene in support of the Chatham County Police Department. We will have Chatham County and FBI personnel in the landfill each day, conducting a systematic search of the debris. This will be a complex and strenuous effort. Searchers will move through the debris placed on the search deck looking for evidence. Once that debris is cleared, it will be placed on the search deck and then removed and then replaced with another section of material. This will not be quick, it will not be easy, and the outcome is uncertain. As the chief said, we want justice for Quinton, and we want to find him a proper resting place. Again, we share the sorrow felt by millions and promise all of our available resources and expertise to assist Chatham County in finding little Quinton.
Thank you, Will. Now we'll take a few questions if you'd like.
What makes you think that Quinton is in this landfill?
The evidence has led us to this place at this date and time.
Or anything specific you can tell us?
Nothing I can tell you specifically.
Chief, what day did you think you would come to this landfill? Is this something you knew last Thursday, last Wednesday, last Tuesday, or yesterday, or this morning?
Agent Clark's going to answer any questions about the landfill.
Okay.
We've been reviewing the evidence, and throughout the duration of this investigation, we've been following the evidence where it has taken us, and the evidence has taken us to this landfill. The efforts to undertake this landfill search have been several days in the planning. We've brought in experts in landfill searches to guide us to the specific area where we'll be searching. Like I said in my comments before, this is not, we're not searching the whole landfill. We have a specific area where we are looking.
And Agent Clark, in these landfill searches, I know the recovery or the evidence team has done this before. Is this an area that you've now gridded off? There's no more trash coming there, and it's away from anything new that would be coming in?
Yes.
And is that because of where this trash specifically came from?
Yes.
And then for the chief, if he doesn't mind.
Sure.
You know, we talked to you 2:30 the Wednesday that he went missing. You were so hopeful in this, and your tone has changed. You almost sounded like you were about to choke up there. You must be emotionally drained. These investigators, these agents. Just can you talk about how hard this case has been?
Yeah, you're trying to get me to cry, I think. But it has. You know, we had a meeting yesterday, and to look across the multitude of people that are here and to feel and see their emotions, and but that's coupled with determination and dedication so we can find little Quinton and provide him a proper resting place. It does take its toll. There is a lot of time, energy, and effort that goes into not only the investigation, but the logistics in terms of getting everything we need to be able to provide the proper resources for the search teams and the investigators so we can reach a conclusion at some point. There's a large order of magnitude that has been brought to bear here for this, and I'll say it again, I can't thank the FBI enough for all that they have done. They have been tremendous and phenomenal.
And you know, this is obviously is a criminal investigation now. It was a missing person, and there's no way that it's not, right? No one's been charged?
No one has been charged.
Why has no one been charged?
Because we're not ready to charge anyone yet. We still have work to do. We still have an investigation to do, and we are not going to do anything preemptively that would harm future prosecution, that would where I'm standing before you 6 months from now talking about a flawed investigation or talking about why we did this and why we didn't do that. I believe in our investigators. I believe in the expertise that we brought to bear here. We are tracking in the right direction, but we're only going to do that when we're ready to do that.
Chief, is that because you're holding out to make this a capital punishment case?
No.
Chief, is this landfill the only place that y'all are going to be searching?
Yes.
Okay.
You mentioned, of course, that this is going to be a large-scale, really strenuous operation. Do you guys maybe have a vague idea of how long you think it'll take, or is that just kind of up to what happens out there?
It's kind of up to what happens, but as Agent Clark said, this is not going to be quick. This is not going to happen within a day or so. We are here for the long haul until we determine that we don't need to be here anymore.
Chief, let's back up a little bit in this investigation. One thing that never happened was there was never an Amber Alert sent out. There was never a Levi's call sent out. Why was that?
It didn't meet the criteria of an Amber Alert at that time.
Why so?
I'd have to go back and look at the exact criteria, but we didn't have any specific information about an abduction. We didn't have a suspect for an abduction. We didn't have a vehicle description or anything like that. And Amber Alerts are very prescriptive in terms of when you can issue them, and we didn't have that information at that time.
Chief, how tough is it to stand here right now when the only outcome of this is someone threw that little baby in the trash?
It's tough, but you know, we understand that, you know, it's necessary. This is the work that we do, you know, albeit emotionally draining, albeit tough, albeit difficult. But this is what the community asked of our law enforcement officers.
I want to clarify something, Chief. It was asking a question earlier. Do y'all believe that Quinton was brought here and thrown in the landfill, or thrown in the trash and then ended up in the landfill?
We believe that he was placed in a specific dumpster at a specific location, and it was brought here by regular means of disposal.
Is that a dumpster at a gas station, 995?
I can't answer that.
Is Leilani Simon still the only suspect?
She is.
You mentioned the other day you didn't believe she was a flight risk. Has that changed?
That has not changed.
How hopeful are you that you'll find Quinton's body?
I have every belief that we will find his remains here at the landfill.
Do y'all know where Leilani is today? And I don't mean right at this actual moment, but do y'all know where she is?
I believe she's still here in Chatham County. We do not believe she's a flight risk.
And again, I'll ask one more time, what makes you believe that she's not a flight risk?
I can't get into that. Okay, thank you. Y'all have a great day.
Well, there's that now, isn't there? Isn't that something? I'll see if there's anything else we need to kind of look at before I jump off. Well, hopefully today is the day, right? Hopefully today's the day. This has been going on for too long. Well, right now I'm not seeing a whole lot that I'm going to add to this. So I will probably get off, and I want to thank you guys for being here, and welcome, Miss Inquisitive. Nice to see you. And yeah, I think that we will jump off for now, and if anything else comes through, I will do my best. At that other link. Okay, give me 2 seconds here. Yeah, let's take a look at this before I was going to do something separate on this, actually. Give me 2 seconds. Coming back over here. I'll have to look. I will have to take a look. Let me see here. Looking, friend. I'll have to take a look. I'm not having any luck right off the top of my head, but I will take a look. So I am going to take a look at this other link and maybe put it out as well. There has been a 5-year-old shot in Wisconsin who passed away, and the police have identified a person of interest. Police responded Monday evening to a report of a gunshot victim in an apartment building on the 1600 block of Amy Street near Bellevue Street. A young girl was taken to the hospital. Her identity has not been released. Let me see here. I may as well while I'm here, right? Let's take a look. We'll watch this. How sad is that?
I'm Attorney Jamie Casino. If you're injured, you have one shot to submit your claim right. Our team has scored record results in the courtroom, and our Google rating is excellent.
Breaking news, that shooting tonight on the east side of Green Bay, it involved a 5-year-old girl.
Happened just before 5 o'clock. Police responded to a residence on Amy Street near Bellevue Street, where the girl was found with serious injuries. Jason Zimmerman has been following this breaking story. He's live in Green Bay now with more. Jason.
Bill, it's been about 5 hours since the shooting, and investigators tonight, they are still out here on the scene. We don't have a lot of details, but what we do know is that police are looking for a person of interest who was last seen leaving in a dark green Mercury Milan. This latest shooting in Green Bay is especially disturbing as investigators focus on this housing unit in the 1600 block of Amy Street, confirming that the victim is a young girl.
The victim was discovered to be a 5-year-old child who was taken to a local hospital. At this point, I do not have an update for you as to the child's condition.
While police tape has blocked off the area closest to the scene, many in the neighborhood stood nearby in disbelief, including Lynn Jones, who says children play in the area all the time. She wonders what could have led to someone firing a shot in the direction of a 5-year-old.
I would like to find out what's going on too, because it's my neighborhood. You know, I don't even know if I want to let my dogs out right now. Because, I mean, do they have the person who did it? Do we know that? We don't. No. So, fabulous.
Yeah, fabulous.
Police Chief Chris Davis, who spoke a short time after the shooting, promised a thorough investigation.
We are still obviously at the very beginning of what will be a pretty detailed investigation. There's still a lot of investigative work for us to do to get to the bottom of this and to find out what happened. But obviously we are committed in a case like this to get to the bottom of it.
Police also tell me they do not believe the public to be any danger tonight. Anyone with information is being asked to come forward. Reporting live in Green Bay, Jason Zimmerman, Action 2 News.
Wow.
Our community's team.
Thanks, Molly. I appreciate that. Yeah, was it a stray bullet? Well, I'll keep my eye on this too. And if anybody hears of anything before I do, just get a hold of me and I will jump on. So yeah, it's extremely sad. Extremely sad. Molly, you're wonderful. I totally appreciate you. So yeah, I'll jump off. And yeah, let's keep our eyes peeled for some updates, and I will be sure to bring them to you. So for now, cheers, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.